everyone, thank you for finding carolcumber.com YouTube channel. So we're doing a series every day this week of connections with your higher self and messages directly from your intuitive spiritual being that are really pertinent to today, to this specific time in our lives and all the interesting changes that have been thrust upon us. So for an introduction, check out 2 days ago for a full introduction about how I do this, the intention used, and all of that sort of stuff. I'd like to just get straight stuck in today. So this first one for today is what I've done each day is basically taken one card from this pack, which is the Diana Cooper pack of Archangel Animals. And I'm seeing what the animal kingdom and the archangels are guiding us with, especially as I'm connecting in and preparing to be with you today. And we've had different, we had bat on the first day, and I thought that was an incredibly fantastic way to start. And then we had camel yesterday, and today we have swan. And as I've done in previous days, I'm going to continue the same little pattern because it feels right for me to just read out in the book the full meaning. On the card it says, it's accompanied with Archangel Bokpe, and it's demonstrate grace and majesty. Okay, so the full message is, these beautiful, graceful birds come from Lakame, the ascended aspect of Sirius. Now, it's really interesting because there's many different animals in here in the pack, and our first 3, including this one, this being the third that we've pulled out, have all been from Lakame, and obviously they're from all over the universe. So that's interesting in itself, our first 3. They carry sacred geometric symbols of peace, calm and elegance in their auras, which they spread into the waters and the land. Their tranquility as they float across the water impacts on people's energy fields and creates a soothing effect. White swans teach lessons of purity, serenity and beauty, while black ones spread wisdom of the divine feminine. Their regal qualities ensure that they are treated with respect. Like all majestic creatures, they believe in themselves, so they impart a subliminal message that they will brook no interference from others, as they can and will defend themselves. Indeed, if angered, swans can be ferocious and formidable. So the guidance that they're giving us today is to develop your regal qualities. How about that, everyone? Believe in yourself, know you are special and beautiful. Trust your inner self and be confident, and act with calm, peace, grace at all times. Even though your thoughts may be working overtime, maintain a relaxed and serene exterior, and this will bring you into equilibrium. Be charming and pleasant, and at the same time expect people to honour you and treat you with respect. If anyone oversteps the mark with you, though, make it perfectly clear that this is unacceptable and you're prepared to take action if necessary. You will act as an energetic pool of peace. Oh, we need that, don't we? An energetic pool of peace, and this will soothe and calm everyone around you. Your pure light will then facilitate good relationships and better decisions, as you are acting from wisdom and true power. So if we take that in as a healing to encapsulate those that are joining me today. So it's my great pleasure to connect with and work with some other people who have given me permission to do so and asked for any insights. So we're going to start off with Sarah CO. So I'm just doing first names and initials wherever possible to define who you are. Okay, let's connect in with Sarah. See what you're doing, darling. Okay, So your higher self is very, very clear today, Sarah, that at this time you're developing clairaudience. So amidst all of this interesting times, it's clairaudience that's trying to come through. So when you're taking your walks, like you showed me that you were going on walks through nature for your walks each day. And what was happening was as you were walking and you were expanding your energy, you weren't really consciously expanding your energy. You were just noticing Earth Mother, and you were noticing all of the amazing and awesome nature that's out there. And so therefore you were naturally expanded energetic state. And what your higher self showed me was when you were in that state, you were stepping down almost like there were big, long steps into Mother Earth. So you were going deeper, deeper, deeper and deeper. And you got to a certain depth where I felt you were within the earth, you were under the earth, you were in her inner landscapes, you were in her inner temples. And whilst you were in the inner temples of Gaia, she whispered to you wisdom, knowledge, information. And she's telling you that you are clairaudient. You can hear what Mother Nature is saying. She says, in the same way as you can hear what's going on in somebody's body when you're offering them a service of the heart through your shiatsu, it's like it's time to really listen in the same way to Mother Nature. She says you can be a speaker for her. You can be a filter for the world as you pick up Mother Nature's messages, and then you can put them out there. You're writing, write some more, write about her, write about what's amazing about her. Tell the world what you hear. So she says this is a start. It's going to take, years to actually get better and better and better at it. And it's not as a pushy, all of that sort of stuff. It's actually there. It's in place. Your ability is guaranteed. It's just about exploring how that actually works for you. Whoa. Okay. So wish you well with that one, Sarah. Okay. Next one I'm going to tune into is KW. Hi. Let's see what your higher self is saying. So your higher self is saying the first picture you've given me is with animals, particularly dogs or a dog. I'm bumbling along quite happily. So there's part of your higher self that's honouring the fact that even though times can be stressful and pressured and serious, that you have this nature that is a bumbler. It's like bumbly, 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 bumbly. It's like really bumbling along, okay? And it's like really sort of bumping against different experiences in life and people and situations. And the bumbler in you, your higher self is saying, is always the happy one, is always the one that's content, is always the round one within you, no sharp edges, who manages to get up again and pop along to something else and something else. So that was the first thing it wanted to tell you, honour in you and respect within you, that whatever the adversities out there, you have your inner K bumbler who's able to keep going, who's able to get up again and roll forward. That nothing in life is ever going to make you sharp. You're always going to be rounded, smooth, beautiful. Yeah, capable, really capable. The second image you showed me was of you being like the light being soul inside of you. The spiritual you is very tall, very bright. I don't know if you've ever seen Galadriel in who's like one of the queens of the elf kingdom in Lord of the Rings, but that kind of thing, you know, in the picture, if you can look her up if you don't know it, she's like really tall and glowing. She's got this sort of ethereal glow about her from her spirit that's actually just glowing. So you presented yourself as that. So hello, Galadriel. And you were very attached to the water element. So Galadriel's very attached to the woods, and you're very attached to the water element. So please, on one of your walks, get near a big body of water. It doesn't matter to you whether it's waterfalls, rivers, lakes, seas. It doesn't matter. But some of the time, if you can actually get yourself to a big body of water, it's like it not only refreshes you, calms you, it expands you, okay? It expands your aura into places that allow you to reach out and go to the higher dimensions in time and place. And yeah, it's very good for you have the ability as well to see links into futures, and scrying is a very ancient old form of that, and you can use a lake for such purposes. If you want to look that one up sometime, it's quite an interesting way of developing your magical abilities. We've just done some of that actually within the Mystic Matters courses that I'm running once a month at the moment, which will be by Zoom in April. If anyone wants to join in with that, you're most welcome. So, okay, amazing. Be within that lovely, you go from this bumbling person to this, and the bumbling is like, I'm going back to Lord of the Rings again. It's the difference between the hobbits. The bumbling is like the hobbits in Lord of the Rings. It's gorgeous, it's warm, it's homely, it's fruitful, it's soft, gentle, to this beautiful, tall serenity, very capable, magical person. And your higher self wants you to accept and love all aspects that you are, not to try and be anything else, but to expand into the person that you already are and love all different aspects of you, whether they are light or shadow. All need a hug and a love and a listen to and a celebration. Okay, darling. Okay, I'm going to connect now with Karen F. Hi, Karen. Okay, let's see what your higher self is saying, darling. So Karen, you gave me a list, boom, 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 from your higher self. So the first one is rest, 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 and then do some more rest, and then rest again. So it's like this is a time where we have complete paradigm changes. We have society has got the option to drop everything, to let all the old systems that are way outdated, that feel wrong, that are completely crap, and let the new age in. And deep, deep loving roots. So Karen, it's like we can build this. It's like you need to really think now, really spend some time, just rest, and then spend some time actually connecting in with your heart and your belly. I'm thinking, right, if you were the world's fairy godmother and you could give Earth Mother 3 wishes, what would they be? What would they be? In fact, everybody out there, if you're listening to this, do that for yourselves. If you're the Earth's fairy godmother and you could put a society together, a people's, a world, a civilization, what would you grant it to be? What 3 wishes would you grant it to be? Because Karen, your higher self is saying you've got innate wisdom and innate abilities to actually influence this magic that's going on at the moment. And the way to do it is to just sit with yourself after you've rested and to actually dream into life what that potential is. So if we get you've got one of the most loving hearts and amazing hearts and gracious hearts that I know. And it's time for that graciousness to actually be birthed, so it takes more room within you. So so your higher self is saying it's time for you to step up into that role. So you need to rest first. You need to actually give you permission to put all of the other stuff down, because you know it's not easy to actually stay in the perpetuation of an old regime and try and create a new one. Sometimes we're given opportunities like this to say, oh, it's a bit like fuck it therapy. It's like, fuck the thing, just let it go, leave it alone. This is coming through very clearly. I hope you can appreciate that. So there is such a thing called fucking therapy, actually, guys. This isn't me just sitting here swearing for nothing, although that could happen as well, as you know. But it's very much a case of just, you know, shove it aside, let it go, stop it, have a rest, so you actually provide a gap in your stream of consciousness, and then allow all of this other yummy stuff to actually come through and be birthed. You have, you know, some of your roots in Lemurian times. Lemurian were they were a nation that came pre-Atlantis, and they came with love, they came with celebration of unity, they came with everybody was equal because they all were good at something, and we need everybody who are good at something. And the hierarchy wasn't to do with better than, worse than, richer or poorer. It was to do with, how can I bring something of greatness within me to the table for the good of all, and therefore I end up being absolutely joyful because I'm doing the thing I'm born to do. So you have been doing the thing that you've been born to do, but now things have changed, and your graciousness and your ability to communicate that grace is now and will be deeply needed. So first of all, you need to give that to yourself and explore what on earth that means, and allow some of these new ideas to be birthed. So once you've got your answer to your 3 questions, both Karen and everybody, then meditate on one of those at a time and start putting them into wishes. When we wish things or pray for things or try and manifest things, we are in a high thought form. We're in a high part of the reasoning mind and the higher mind. And with grace added to it, it's magical remedy for alchemy of manifestation. So get cracking and manifest this new earth into place. Just a small job there, Karen. But first of all, sleep. Okay, my love. And then we have Nia. This is for you, Nia E. Okay. So Nia, I'm going to connect in with you, sweetheart. Right, Nia. Your higher self is saying you have a lot of elementals around you and a lot of the fae. So you've got quite a lot of the natural kingdom in your house, around your house, in your drive and all around you. And they've been knocking on your door for a little while, and you've been dead busy doing loads of other stuff, and they want you to have a few lessons from them. There's some beautiful, mystical, magical knowledge that they wish to impart to you about you, for your life and for your family and for your friends, and outwards to do with that, but very much inner stuff. So it's a real clear directive from your higher self to spend some time sitting outdoors. Just go outdoors on your own, if you can, on your own a bit. And just keep your eyes open. But you know the thing that we do when we're learning to see auras, it's very much a case, I've done a previous YouTube on how to see auras if anybody's interested. That's the kind of thing where we talk about diffusing your eyes, relaxing yourself, looking at one point ahead of you as a meditation. Do a 1-point meditation where you find a blade of grass or a flower or something, and you sit there still in your stillness. Use your beautiful breath to calm you, relax you, get into the zone of connecting with divine blessings, and then put your attention onto that one flower, and everybody can do this. It's a great way forward. Take some nice deep breaths. Breathe with the flower. Flowers are often a way and an entrance into the natural kingdom. So if you can breathe in and connect in with that flower, look at its beauty, fall into its petals, whatever it happens to be, or its buds, or whatever's out there at the moment, then it's like an entryway, and you need to give permission. So when you feel in a very comfortable, protected, surrounded, spiritual, beautiful place inside, you can give permission for yourself, not for anyone else, but yourself, to actually receive the input from the Fae, the fairy kingdom, and from the elements that are around. It's elementals that are all around you. They've got like loads of information, things that you've been asking about. They've got some of the answers for you. So you'll need to actually sit with them for some time to develop that friendship and relationship to a deeper, more meaningful, easier communication, easier listening, easier hearing and teaching and being. So those kingdoms call to you, and I wish you well with that. It's very rewarding and it's very beautiful when you actually have that connection. So I'll look forward to hearing how that goes for you. Okay, Nia, lots of love. Okay, the next connection is with Natalie M. Natalie M. Let's see, Nat, what's yours? Nat, your higher self, you're just loving this. Your higher self is saying, you're just loving this, you're loving this. It's like you're showing me you standing on a high mountain, on the top of a high mountain, and being blown about a bit and being like, woo, oh God, and the adoration of Mother Earth is palpable in you today. And then you showed me by a lake, calm lake, still lake, very, very, very still, and you deepened your breath. You deepened your breath, you slowed yourself down. And it was as if your higher self was saying, that's the energy. You're getting lots of the other type of energy, but this is the energy that they would like you to be included by. Large body of water. Go by the lakes, go by the stillness in the lake, and just deepen your energetic connection. What's at the bottom of the lake? Like drop into your toes, Nat. Drop into your toes. Drop into your connection with Mother Earth. So we just drop into the depths. You want to drop into those depths. Fathomless being. It's like your higher self is saying, wow, it's just saying how amazing you are at meditation, and how much you're coming on now, and how great you're becoming in your mystical self. But there's almost like an aspect of you that's been hidden from you. It's like a deep priestess part of you that's kind of always been there, but not much attention put upon her, and she lies at the depths of these lakes. So when you're actually near one of these lakes, and you can allow yourself to sit for an hour and a half with your eyes shut or open, and you're just doing some scrying there, and you're just being, and you're just allowing yourself to go deeper and deeper and deeper, she will start to reveal herself to you. So this is an aspect of you, for you, but it's actually the big body of water and the stillness, those aspects, that alchemy, if you like, that allow you to drop into your true priestess. And there's an introduction waiting to be met, waiting to be made. And that requires a bit of time, a bit of patience, but you can do it. Lots of love, Nat. Okay, now we have Ellie. Ellie N. This is for you, darling. Oh, Ellie, this is lovely. Hang on a minute. So Ellie, your higher self is saying that you have sprouted some angel wings recently. I so love it doing this to you guys. It's just amazing. The things that you're coming up with, it's just fantastic. So there's like an aspect of your soul that's been always there, always seen by other people as well, always present, that's kind of ethereal and beyond normal range of boundaries, beyond normal range of the known. But there seems to be some white wings that have just arrived, and they're interlaced with the colour silver. So silver is always associated with the goddess, gold is always associated with the god, so the male and the female. So these wings they don't feel new, they just feel new to you, as in, oh, you're just getting used to them. So physically, you might have had some tight shoulders recently and a little bit of lumbar area backache. It feels as though your left hip as well, and a little bit on your left knee, also having a few twinges, and that's because your etheric wings are starting to open. So this means your higher self is saying you're getting ready to fly in new directions, new heights, new speeds, new everything. So there's a huge, massive opportunity right here, right now, for you to shake things up for yourself and do things differently. It's your higher self is asking you to accommodate and step into your angelic self. Now, there's some self-care that needs to be done for angels. Angels know how to do this extremely well. They do whatever angels and archangels do to look after themselves really well. But of course, because they're close aspects of the divine, this would be a divine habit you're being invited into. When was the last time you did some sacred practice? When was the last time you considered yourself sacred? When was the last time that, you know, you preened your wings and your feathers and kept everything in ship shape so that you were ready to fly off at a moment's notice to do some fantastic deed? You're full of good deeds, Ellie. You're full of them. You're receiving now in equal measure as giving. It's all in balance, it's all in harmony, it's absolutely fantastic. But your higher self is asking you to attend to that holy part of you, that sacred part of you. And, you know, what a hardship that is. Just really enjoy it, darling. Okay, that's all I've got time for today. So love you loads, have fun, hope that was of use. Would love you please to comment below, scroll below and put some comments in there if you feel you wish to comment on anything that we're talking about here today. And yeah, I'm going to just keep these coming until I get to the completion of anybody that's asked me for them. And there'll be all sorts of different times because it just depends on the connection and the time I have whilst I'm up here. If I miss a day now and again, don't worry, it's just because I've got my hands full with other things. I will be back and I'll continue this until our list is complete, our full list of connections, abilities, and all this wonderful pooling of amazing gifts each and every one of you are willing to share with others through my way seeing bit of me. Okay, darlings, love you loads. Have a great time.